Yes, good morning, children. Today we'll see Unit 2 Numbers and Sequence. The first one, Euclid division lemma. Here it is said that A is equal to BQ plus R, where A is the dividend and B is the divisor, Q is the quotient and R is the remainder. Are you clear, ma? Just I'll read the lemma. What it is said, a and b be any two positive integers, then there exists unique integer q and r. Are you clear, ma? Here any two positive integers. Let's take a and b be positive integers. They are the dividend and divisor. And the next, then there exists unique integer q and r. Here what do you say, Q and R? We are taking Q and Q is your quotient and R is your remainder, such that A is equal to BQ plus R, where R is, what is R? R is the remainder, isn't it? So R is your remainder will be less than your divisor and it may be equal to 0 or less than 0. Are you clear with me? You take one example. You have two integers, that is A is 13 and your B is 3, and you are asked to find Q and R. That is your dividend A and your divisor B is given. You are asked to find quotient and remainder. How do you find it? Using this Euclid division lemma, what do you say? Your dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Are you clear? So you substitute in this place. What is your A? 13 is equal to 3 into, we don't know. So just you have a bracket, since multiplication have a bracket, plus R also we don't know, just you have a bracket. Now you write the 3 time tables. What is that in 3 time tables? 1 3s are 3, 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12, 5 3s are 15. And see here, what is your dividend? It is 13, correct? So this 13 will be coming in between this 12 and 15. Am I right? So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 3s are 12. Can we have like that? 4 3s are 12 and 12 plus 1, it is 13. Are you getting, ma? And now can you say that is equal to 4? Quotient is 4 and the remainder is 1. Are you clear, ma? I'll give you one more sum. Have your A is equal to 18 and your B is equal to 4. Here also you are asked to find Q and R. And now using that lemma, what is your lemma? A is equal to BQ plus R. And what is your A? It is 18 is equal to 4 into bracket plus R. Right? And now here what is your B? Divisor is 4, isn't it? So you write 4 time tables. What is it? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and it goes on, isn't it? And now we are having the dividend as 18. So this 18 lies between 16 and 20, right? And now we'll take the 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you put here 4. What happens? 4 into 4, it is 16. So 16 plus 2, it is 18, right? And now what do you say here? Your quotient is 4 and your remainder is 2. Right? Are you able to understand this lemma, ma? Shall we pass to the next one? We'll do now the exercise. Before that, I just wanted to tell you one thing, ma. That is, I hope you have learned this GCD. GCD means it is greatest common divisor. And have you heard of this one HCF? It is highest common factor. Both are same. If you are asked to find GCD, then it is said that you are asked to find HCF. If you are asked to find this HCF, then it is said that you are asked to find the GCD. Both are same, huh? But the word representation is only different, but both means the same. For GCD, what do? You just gather the common factors and write, isn't it? For example, you see, you are having, you say 24 and 12. So what is the GCD? Do you remember this one? 2, so it is 12, and this one 6. Again in 2 timetables, this becomes 6 and this is 3. Then in 3 timetables, this is 2 and this is 1. So here your GCD will be 2 into 3. Only these factors, right? Now what is your GCD of 24 and 12? It is 4 3s are 12. So your GCD is 12. That is your HCF is 12. Are you clear, girls? Shall we move to the exercise now? Yes, take out the first sum. Find all positive integers when divided by 3 leaves remainder 2. So here, what is given? Divided by 3 means it is the divisor. So your B, am I right? Your B is equal to 3 and your remainder R is equal to 2. And you are asked to find the positive integers. That means you are asked to find all positive integers that are dividend. Clear? And that is your A. What is your lemma, ma? Tell me. It is A is equal to BQ plus R. Right? And now we'll just write down whatever is given. It is A is equal to 3Q plus 2. When quotient is 0, then your A is equal to 3 into 0 plus 2. 3 into 0 plus 2. So what do you get? 3 zeros are 0. 0 plus 2, it is 2. And now your quotient is 1. Then what will be your A? It is 3 into 1 plus 2. Yeah, 3 ones are 3. 3 plus 2, it is 5. Am I right, girls? And Q is equal to 2. When Q is equal to 2, your A will be 3 into 2 plus 2. 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 2, it is 8. And when your Q is equal to 3, your A is equal to 3 into 3 plus 2. So it is 3 3s are 9. 9 2s are 11. Right? Here previously one example we did know. There what did I do? I didn't substitute like this and find. I just gave the if it is 3 timetables, then I have written the 3 timetables. If it is a 4 timetables, then I have written the 4 timetables and I have got the exact answer. There a divisor and dividend were given, it is fixed, and we are asked to find the quotient and remainder. And here what it is said, we are asked to find all the possible divisor and dividend. Clear? That's why we are substituting each and everything and finding out. So here we can proceed like this. It goes on. Q can take value of 4, 5, 6, etc. And now This can be written as the positive integers are, so you write down ma. The positive integers are 2, 5, 8, 11, etc. It goes on. Are you clear? And now you see the second sum. What it is said, a man has 532 flower pots. He wants to arrange them in rows such that each row contains 21 flower pots. Find the number of completed rows and how many flower pots are left over. So what is your A? A is 532. Okay, this is the dividend. A is 532 and it is said in one row 21 flower pots are arranged. So that will be your B. Your divisor is 21 and our question, find number of completed rows. So how many rows are there? That will be your quotient. And how many flower pots left over? That will be your remainder. Are you clear, girls? Now use your lemma. What it is? A is equal to BQ plus R. And now your A is 532 is equal to 21 into Q plus R. Right? Here we are going to find this one, Q and R. Just here you should know this 21 timetables, ma. Okay. Either you write it using the 21 table and you write this one as previously I taught you, and in another way we can divide this and find out. I'll teach you that method also. 532 divided by 21. How many times, ma? 53. 2 times, isn't it? You'll be getting 42 and then the remainder when you subtract, what do you get? 11, bring down the 2, 112 in 21. You check with 5. 1 5s are 5, 5 2s are 10. And what is your remainder? 12 minus 5, it is 7. Right? So this is your A and this is your B and this is your Q and this is your R. Got it? Now can you fill this gap? B into Q. Q is 25 and what is your remainder? Remainder is 7. Yes? So here what do you say? Your quotient is 25 and your remainder is 7. Clear, girls? In solution, you have to write the number of completed rows is 25 and the number of flower pots left over is 7. Are you clear with me, ma? Yes, now let's see the fourth sum now. Read the sum. When the positive integers a, b and c are divided by 13, the respective remainders are 9, 7 and 10. So here we can write this in lemma. How do you write it? A is equal to BQ plus R. Okay. The positive integer A, when it is divided by 13, so divisor is 13. Okay. You have the quotient as Q1 and a remainder as R1. What is given? It is 9. And again the positive, then the positive integer B. You see for this, it is divided by 13 and the quotient you have it as Q2 and what is your remainder? R2. R2 is 7. And next, your integer, your dividend, it is C and your divisor, it is 13 Your quotient is Q3 and your remainder is R3 and that is 10. Right, this is what given. You are asked to show that A plus B plus C is divisible by 13. Is divisible by 13. That means your remainder is 0. Okay, clear girls? And now come over, let's start solving it. Here you are asked to show that A plus B plus C is divisible by 13, isn't it? So we will start again with that one itself. That is A plus B plus C is equal to what it is? What is your A? 13 Q1 plus 9 plus 13 Q2 plus 7 plus 13 Q3 plus 10, right? So when you sum up, what do you get? You can take this 13 common, isn't it? And you write in bracket Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus you sum up the integers, the remainders 9, 7 and 10. What do you get? Are you getting 26? Okay. And now what it is said, A plus B plus C divided by 13, you are getting the remainder 0. Am I right? So here we are going to divide it, the left hand side by 13. When you are dividing your left hand side by 13, your right hand side also should be divided by 13. Am I right? Are you able to follow, ma? So the next term also you have to divide by 13 throughout the right hand side. Are you clear? And now what do you get here? It is Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus, and when you divide this 26 by 13, what do you get? In two time tables you are getting 26. Am I right? Your remainder is 0. And now when you simplify, you will be writing 2. And what do you mean of this 2, ma? This 2 is not a remainder, it is the quotient. While dividing 26 and 13, we are getting the remainder as 0. So that will be your remainder, that is plus 0. And this 2 will be considered as quotient now. Are you clear with me? Are you able to understand, ma? And now you see, we have proved that A plus B plus C, when divided by 13, the remainder is 0. Clear, girls? And so we say that A plus B plus C is the multiple of 13. Next sum. Prove that square of any integer leaves the remainder either 0 or 1 when divided by 4. Here our dividend is a square number. Okay, your A, that is A is a square number. Shall we consider the square number as x square? Here we have even numbers and odd numbers, isn't it? So we'll split it out like that and we'll have the square number. When it is an even, we can have it as 2x the whole square, and when it is an odd, we can have it as 2x plus 1. So this one when even number and this one when odd number. And what is your divisor? Your B is 4. When divided by 4, so that is your divisor. And the remainders are 0 or 1. Right? What is your lemma? A is equal to BQ plus R. And now you take your A as 2x square, x the whole square, which is equal to 4 into quotient plus remainder, right? And now what is 2x the whole square? It is 4x square, isn't it? And see here, already we are having this 4. We want only this x square. So your quotient can be your x square, right? And what about your remainder then? It will be 0. Am I right? So when the integer is an even number, then your remainder is 0. Are you clear? And the next one, we'll move with the next one. We'll see for the odd one. When the dividend is an odd number, that is 2x plus 1 the whole square. And what is your b? B is 4. So using the lemma, you will be writing like this for the odd integer. And now you see this 2x plus 1 the whole square. 2x plus 1 the whole square. Do you remember this identity, ma? A plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So using that, you write down what is your a? It is 2x. 2x the whole square means it is 4x square plus b square, it is 1 plus 2 into a into b. So 2 2s are 4x into 1. Are you clear? So this can be written as taken 4 common outside. So what do you get? X square plus x plus 1, right? So here come to our lemma. What it is? What it is, ma? 2x plus 1 the whole square is equal to 4 into something plus 1, right? That's what we got here. Place. Are you clear? So this can be written here. 4 into x square plus x plus 1. Did you get it, ma? Are you able to understand? Using the lemma, now we can say that our quotient is x square plus 1 and the remainder is 1. So when do you get a remainder 1 in this sum? For an odd number, we'll be getting the remainder 1, and for an even number, we'll be getting the remainder as 0. Are you clear? Yes, children, we'll move to the next one. Take the sixth sum. Take the first one, first subdivision, 340 and 412. Using Euclid division algorithm to find the highest common factor of. Here we are asked to find the highest common factor, that is GCD, using the division algorithm. What did I tell? So what is that lemma, ma? Euclid division algorithm or Euclid division lemma, both means the same. And what is it? A is equal to BQ plus R, and A is the dividend and B is the divisor. So what do you mean? A will be always greater than B, then only we can divide, isn't it? Okay, da. We'll find out this. I'll tell you one shortcut method how to find the quotient and remainder. You take your dividend, that is 412, okay, and put a division, and your divisor is 340, isn't it? Now you divide this one time, you'll be getting 340. What will you get now while subtracting? It is 72. Am I right? And now what you do, you take this 340, this one, the divisor for the previous step will be the dividend for the next, and now 72 is the remainder, and this remainder will be your divisor for the next step. Okay, so you have like this 72. How many times you are getting 72? You can have like this, ma. 72 into 1, 72 into 2. Like that you can work out. It is 72, 2 to the 4, 14. And when you multiply by 3, it is 6. When you multiply by 4, 4 2s are 8, 7 4s are 28. Okay, so now in 72, How many times it goes? It is 4 times. That is 72 into 4, you are getting 288. You subtract it, are you getting 52? Yes. And now you have to take your previous divisor as your dividend, 72. Now how many times 52 in 72? 1 times. When you subtract, you will be getting 20. Am I right? Yes. Now here the 20 is your remainder, and in the next step the 20 will be your divisor. Now you take your previous divisor 52. In 20 timetables, how many 52s are there? 2. So it is 40. Now 12. You have to take 20 here. In 12 timetables, 1, 12 and 8. Right? Here you will be having 12 1 time, 8. So remainder 4. It is 8 2 times. 4 2s are 8, 0. Got it? To the end we are getting 0, and here what is your HCF? The last divisor. The last divisor, the 4. That will be your HCF. Yeah. And now this actually what I have done now is a rough work, but this can be done in your answer sheet itself. No problem. On seeing this, now we are going to write this Euclid division algorithm. Okay. So here, take the first one, this part, okay, this one. First, this one will be taking, and here, so what is your dividend? 4, 1, 2 is equal to, what is your divisor? 3, 4, 0, and what is your quotient? It is 1 plus your remainder is 72. Now come to the next one. For this step, what is your dividend? It is 340 is equal to, divisor is 72, your quotient is 4 and your remainder is 52. Got it? Come to the next step. Here, your dividend is 72 and your divisor is 52. Your quotient is 1 and your remainder is 20. Got it? Next step. Your dividend is 52. Your divisor is 20, quotient is 2 and your remainder is 12. Come to the next step. Your dividend is 20, your divisor is 12, quotient is 1 and the remainder is 8. Come to the next step. Your dividend is 12, your divisor is 8, quotient is 1 and your remainder is 4. Yes, next one. Your dividend is 8 and your divisor is 4, quotient is 2 and your remainder is 0. So we end up with this and we write that your HCF is 4, right? The end of your divisor is 4. So we'll be writing 4. Only using that we are getting 0. That's why we say that HCF is 4. This one roughly you can work out with your lower class method, that is L division method. Previously I taught you that L division method. You can try with that. You will be getting this GCD, that is HCF, as 4. You can check with that method also, ma. Find the largest number which divide 1230 and 1926, leaving a remainder 12 in each case. So here your A and B are not directly given. It is said that it has a remainder 12. Okay, so what we can do is, first of all, take down the one, what it is, 1230 and 1926, using the lemma A is equal to BQ plus R, and your A will be always greater than B. So here we can take A is equal to 1926 and it has the remainder 12, so you minus it off. What do you get? 1914. And take B, it is 1230 minus 12, so you will be getting 1218. Okay, and now you are asked to find the largest number which divides these two, that is HCS, highest common factor, or GCD. Okay, as previous one, the same thing can be done for your reference in the fact side itself. No need to go to the no need to take it to your rough work. It is a rough work, but it should be done in the fact. So here, what is your dividend? A is your dividend here, isn't it? 1914 divided by 1218, 1 time 1218. You subtract it. Now take your previous divisor as your dividend now. How many times it goes? 1 time, 6, 9, 6. You subtract. Are you getting like this, ma? Yes, take down your previous divisor as your dividend. 1 time. So 5 to 2. You subtract it. Take the previous divisor as your dividend now. How many times? 3 times. You multiply and see. 174 into 1. You will be getting 174. 174 into 2. 4 2s are 8. 7 2s are 14. Remainder 1, 2 plus 1, 3. And then 7 4 into 3. 4 3s are 12, 1. 7 3s are 21, 22. Remainder 2, 3 and 5. So in 3 times you are getting 522 and your remainder becomes 0. Okay. And now can you tell me what is your HCF or what is the largest number that is divisible? This will be your HCF. Now we will write it off, ma, using the algorithm. For the first step, we'll go with the first step. What is your dividend? It is 1914, which is equal to B is the divisor, that is 1218 into quotient 1 plus the remainder 696. In the second step, your dividend is 1218, which is equal to your divisor is 69, quotient is 1 and the remainder is 522. So this step is over. Come to the next one. It is your dividend. Your dividend is 696 and your divisor is 522 and your quotient is 1 and your remainder is 174. Yes, next one. Your dividend is 522 and your divisor is 174. Your quotient is 3 and your remainder is 0. And now what is your HCF? It is 174. That is the largest number that can be that is the largest number which divide 1230 and 1926, leaving the remainder 12 in each case. Right? Okay, ma, I'll end up with this. Thank you.